answer you gave me in the previous class. Atulyan, can you remember? Why this happens?
About like some diseases.
Yeah, it is also a kind of diseases.
Depletion of ozone layer.
Yeah, very good, Rahul. So when the ozone gets depleted, the sun rise, that is the sun's rays will reach our skin very soon. The earth, it reaches very soon. So in that sun, we have some ultraviolet rays, which are really harmful for the skin's all. So when the ozone is getting bigger and bigger, the sun's rays will come directly to our earth, so that we'll get diseases like sunburn, skin cancer, and even it will weak our immune system. We get some eye infects and we look aged. We look older. Our skin gets older. So these are the reasons that is happening because of the ozone depletion. Nandana, you got my point? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great.
I was
Atulyan?
able to unmute, ma'am.
Okay, no issues. No. Atulyan, is it clear for you?
Yes, ma'am.
Great, super. So this is the thing which we left in the previous class. Next, we'll see what happens in the ozone depletion and how it gets affected. So, good afternoon, Vijay.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
How are you?
I'm fine, ma'am. How are you, ma'am?
Fine, Vijay. Okay, great. So, Vijay, we were discussing about the previous classes, and I just told why our skin gets depleted. That is, we get skin cancers. Is because of the ozone depletion, so that the sun's rays will directly reach us and cause all those diseases. Okay, great. So here is a picture of the ozone depletion, how it happens. So can Nandana tell me in which layer is the ozone layer?
Ma'am, troposphere.
Yeah, troposphere or stratosphere?
Ma'am, I'm not sure, ma'am.
Okay, so we'll ask Atulyan. In which layer is the ozone layer, Atulyan? No issues if you give a wrong answer. Okay, you're telling me the stratosphere. Okay, what is Rahul's answer?
Sphere.
Troposphere. Okay.
Stratosphere.
Okay, stratosphere. Okay, what is Vijay's answer?
I'm in the midpoint between stratosphere and mesosphere.
Okay, great. Superb. So very good for your answers. So I'll tell the exact thing. Okay. So the ozone layer is in the stratosphere. Exactly. See, the troposphere is little down to the stratosphere. In that stratosphere blue layer, only you could see the ozone layer. Is it okay, Nandana?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So stratosphere was the right answer. So from this, you could see how the solar radiation comes here. See, the part 1 shows us the solar radiation. The radiations directly come from our earth. So in that, the stratosphere will block some of the radiation. And when it comes to the ozone layer is blocking some more. And finally, the third rays are directly reaching our earth, which is in the troposphere. So by this, some of the harmful radiations are absorbed in the ozone layer and are stopped there. But majority of them will reach our earth. So this you could visualize in the picture how the rays travel and how they reach our earth. Not all the rays reach our earth, only a little reaches that has the harmful ultraviolet radiations in them. Now, if we see, these are some of the reasons for natural ozone destruction. And if we go for the man-made things, so we human beings use refrigerators and air conditioners that has the CFCs, which we call it as the chlorofluorocarbon. So they are, they are emitted into our environment and they travel from the earth to the atmosphere and cause this ozone depletion also. Yes, Atulyan, what is your doubt, Atulyan?
And can you go to the previous slide, ma'am?
Yeah, sure. I'll give you time for writing, don't worry about that.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'll first explain this, then I'll give you time to draw and do things. Okay. So this is the second thing. One was from the sun and second is the human-made distractions. And we'll see third, what is happening in the ozone layer now. So as these CFCs start reacting with the ozone layer, the ozone gets destroyed. It becomes thinner and thinner. So we could see the hole there. Near the point 2, if you see, arrow mark is going towards the sun. It has gone from the troposphere. It has passed away the ozone layer. So this is the hole that we could see in the Antarctic region. So at this particular place, we cannot block the harmful radiations, that is the UV radiation. So it directly comes to the earth and causes the skin cancer. So this is the major fact how this ozone destruction helps in bothering our skin and all those diseases we get. Was this clear? Rahul?
Yes, ma'am.
You don't have any doubts, Rahul?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Atulyan, Nandana?
No, ma'am, I understood, ma'am.
Okay. Vijay?
No doubt.
Okay, great. So as you are in the class 8, this much is enough for you. When you go for the higher classes, 10th all, you will be studying more detail about that. Okay. I don't wanted to make you write more, so that I given you in a picture. Okay. So we'll write the first thing. What are the harmful effects of ozone depletion? Like skin aging, sunburn, skin cancer, weakening of the immune system, eye cataracts. Please write these points alone. Tell me once you have completed, okay? No need of the diagram or just the points is enough. The increase in amount of UV radiation that reaches the Earth's surface, leading to ailments. So what are those ailments? Are the things that is given in the side.
Finish.
Okay, Atulyan, good. Rahul has completed. Okay.
And what is that ailments, ma'am?
Ailments means diseases.
Okay.
Another word of diseases. Vijay, you have completed?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, great. Nandana? You have completed or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. So we'll go for the distraction. So what we'll do is that first we'll draw a small diagram of that. You need not draw exactly the same. But for your understanding, you could draw this diagram. Just like keep the earth at the bottom, then a small house generating the CFCs, and in the troposphere, how it goes to the next ozone layer by small changes, and a harmful UV rays entering the troposphere and the sun. I think you could draw this. Am I right, Vijay?
Ma'am, what is the full form of CFC, ma'am?
Fluorofluorocarbons.
Can you spell, ma'am?
Yeah, it is in the next point. You don't want to worry. Chlorine, fluorine, and carbon. We'll tell it as chlorofluorocarbons. Next point, it is there, Nandana. Don't worry about that.
Okay, ma'am.
So you could draw this diagram at the top, and after that, we will write it point by point. Okay, the first thing you draw a small diagram. I need not want you to draw exactly the same, just the lines all you could put a circle, and how it is traveling to the next circle. Rahul, is it easy for you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Atulyan?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. After drawing it in the first page, you could make a note of the first point. Then we'll make a note of the second and the third points. Very easy one. Tell me once you have completed, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Completed, ma'am.
Okay, great. Vijay, you have also completed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. So Nandana, can you please show your diagram?
One second, ma'am.
Yeah, sure. Vijay, you could also show me.
Ma'am, only that writing I've completed, ma'am. Drawing now.
Okay. Vijay, you have drawn it? Could you show your drawing, Vijay?
Yes.
Where you have drawn, Vijay? I'm not able to see your diagram. You have written in a point. You have not drawn. Where is it? Okay, in the side you have drawn. Okay, Vijay, great. Good. Can I see Atulyan's diagram and Rahul's diagram?
Ma'am.
Yes, Atulyan. Okay, good. Very good. Okay, Atulyan, great. Vijay, very good. Rahul?
Yes, ma'am.
You're showing me, Rahul?
I'm showing only, ma'am.
Ah.
I chose HP True Vision only.
Yeah, for me also, I'm not able to actually see you. For me, it shows you cam 6. Please start your cam.
Something I don't know.
Okay, so no issues, Rahul. No issues on that. Great. Okay, great. Nandana, you have completed?
1 second.
Yeah. So I've done. Okay. We'll go for the next one. The next one will also be the same diagram, Vandana. The point has alone only changed. So we'll make down the second point, okay?
Now can you go for the last slide?
Yes, Vijay, you have a doubt there? Both are the same thing. Did I change it? Did I change it?
Yes, ma'am. It went to third one.
Oh, sorry, Vijay. I was keeping my mouse on the... Sorry, I was keeping my finger on the mouse so that unknowingly it went. I'm sorry. Everyone has completed? Atulyan, you have completed?
Minute, ma'am.
1 minute.
Okay, okay. Take your time. Atulyan is completed. Very good. Vijay, you have completed?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Nandana?
Completed, ma'am.
Yes, you have drawn the diagram also?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, could you show us? Okay, very good. Yeah, I could see that. Very good.
Okay, ma'am.
Good, Nandana. Great. Superb. Rahul, you have completed the points?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now we'll write the third point.
Completed, ma'am.
Okay, Anana. Vijay, Atulya and Rahul has completed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good.
Yes, ma'am.
Rahul?
Completed, mom.
Okay, great. So can we go for the next topic now? Great. That is the same thing. So next we have already discussed about the water pollution, but for just a glance, I'm giving you again how this water gets polluted. One is from the fertilizers and pesticides that the farmers use so that they run off from the field and come and get mingled with them. The second thing is the sewage treatment. So all those drainage waters will come and mix with the water. And from household waste is also, we do all those waste and we'll pour it in the road and finally it reaches our thing. And if we see for oceans, there will be oil spills so that the water gets polluted. And from the industries, that, for example, if we take the leather industry, they'll leave some toxic materials like arsenic, so they all come and mixed with the water and makes the water polluted. So these are some of the causes of that. We have already done this, so just for a glance I gave you. Next we'll go for the sustainable life. So we know what is our major composition of air. So can Atulya tell
Nitrogen.
what? Vijay, can you please repeat?
Ma'am, nitrogen has the more.
Yes, Vijay, great. So that was the question I came to ask you. Great. So the second thing would be oxygen and carbon dioxide and other gases we have. Yes, Atulya. You told me something?
No, I told other gases, ma'am.
Oh, okay, great, good. So the major elements are the nitrogen, carbon and oxygen. So these are very important for a human life and an animal life to exist in the earth. Although we have many elements like magnesium, sulfur, phosphorus, calcium, they are also very important because only of that only our human body is made. For example, if we take the teeth, it is made up of calcium, and blood, it is made up of iron, so on. They are also important. But major component is the oxygen, carbon dioxide and nitrogen. So these are the very important elements. So because of this only, we'll have a balanced life. So this we call it as the biogeochemical cycle. So if you could see in the picture, you could visualize them. So the water is essential for a plant to grow. In the presence of sunlight and oxygen, it could make the food and leave out carbon dioxide. And that plant is the food for the animals. If there is no carbon dioxide, if there is no water, no plant can exist. So the animals and we human beings will not get any food. So this is the need of the biogeochemical cycle. So now we'll see what is this biogeochemical cycle. So bio means living organisms like animals, plants, microorganisms, all comes under the living organisms. We could tell them as the biotic components. Then the geo means geographical. That is land, water, air, fire, all comes under these things. So we call them as the abiotic components. Land, water, air, like rain, humidity, temperature, all are our abiotic components. And other components like chemical in the sense, the minerals And vitamins we have like carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, calcium. All this comes under the other category. That is the chemical cycle. Is it clear? Vijay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Rahul? Okay, Atulyan gave me a thumbs up. Okay, can Nandana tell me what all comes under the abiotic components?
Ma'am, the non-living things, ma'am.
Okay, can you give me an example for that, Nandana?
Ma'am, air, water,
Okay,
then fire.
superb, great, good observation. Thank you, Nandana. Can Vijay give me an example for a biotic component?
Human.
Human beings. Okay, great. Can Atulyan give me an example for chemical components here?
Chemical, ma'am.
Yes, Atulyan.
Minerals.
Okay, minerals. Can you give me one mineral like a thing? You have many minerals. Give me one example. Like calcium, potassium, sulfur.
Yes, ma'am.
Could you repeat that?
And
What? Or you could that thing which I told you could repeat, or you could give me a new one. No issues on that.
one gram. Sodium.
Okay, great, superb. Very good. So we'll make a note of this. Okay. From water pollution, we already know water pollution, so we'll write the sustaining life. Okay, what is the need of oxygen, carbon dioxide, and nitrogen is enough. You know other elements. For other elements, you can write a small example like chlorine or sodium, whatever you want, according to your wish.
Nitrogen will come in other, ma'am.
No, it won't. No, elements are there. In that, the major components are oxygen, nitrogen, and carbon. That I've mentioned, Nandana.
Okay.
Other elements, you could write the, other than this, you could write the other elements.
Completed, ma'am.
Okay, great. Atulyan, Rahul, and Vijay has completed?
Good one.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Good. So we'll see what is the need for the elements. So I'll give you a sentence like this, okay? Only if we have oxygen and water, the plants can make the food By the process of photosynthesis.
Ma'am, after water you can repeat, ma'am.
Yeah, sure. What? Okay, actually, you didn't you guys find any mistake in the sentence which I told you? Did I tell in the right way?
Only if we have carbon dioxide and water.
Yes, Vijay, I told it in a wrong way. Yes, very good. Mom found out. So only if we have carbon dioxide and water, I'll repeat. Only if we have carbon dioxide and water, plants can prepare their their food with the help of sunlight by the process of photosynthesis. Giving out oxygen. Okay, everyone has completed? Should I repeat the sentence again?
Finish, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I was disconnected, ma'am.
Yeah, I understood, Nandana. No issues on that. I'll repeat, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Only if there is carbon dioxide and water, plants can prepare their own food in the presence of sunlight by the process of photosynthesis leaving out oxygen. You have completed, Nandana?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. So, Atulyan, can you tell me what happens if there is no carbon dioxide?
Plants can.
Okay, great. Can Rahul tell me what happens if there is no oxygen in our environment, Rahul?
Nothing can survive.
Okay, great. Super. Very good. So, yes, you were right. Great. So, next we'll go for the... Okay, I'll ask Vijay a question. What happens if the plants and the trees are not growing in our environment, Vijay?
We won't get oxygen to breathe. We won't get food.
Yes, very good. Superb. Right answer. Great. So, we'll go for the biogeochemical cycle now. So, here is a picture of that. So, what all comes under the biogeochemical cycle? You need not draw those things, just you could separate them as living organisms, non-living organisms, and other, and write those examples like human beings, plants, microorganisms, land, water, air, and other as minerals and nutritions.
Completed, ma'am.
Okay, Atulyan.
Completed, ma'am.
Okay, Nandana. Rahul and Vijay?
Completed, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, very good. Superb. So next we'll go for the different types of cycle. So now we are going to in detail study about this carbon cycle, oxygen cycle, and the nitrogen cycle. So the first picture, you could see the oxygen cycle. We'll go for that in detail. Okay, so here is your oxygen cycle. We'll see how this oxygen comes to the environment and again goes back. So the first thing, if you see, there will be atmospheric. We know there is atmospheric oxygen always available. So that is the O2. So by the process of photosynthesis, some of the oxygen will be emitted again into the atmosphere. And by animal and plant respiration also, the oxygen will be emitted. And when the things burn out, also some of the oxygen will be emitted into our earth. So this is how the oxygen is being produced. So what are the processes that oxygen is consumed is by the human respiration, because we take O2 and give out carbon dioxide. Am I right, Atulyan?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is the oxygen cycle, how it is being emitted and how it is being taken away. So in the oxygen cycle, we know how I have given you the exact picture of thing. By the process of photosynthesis, the plants will make their food and leave out oxygen. So next we'll go for our carbon cycle. So first we'll complete our oxygen cycle. You could just write the points alone. Like atmospheric, put an arrow mark, atmospheric oxygen, animal and plant respiration, combustion, photosynthesis. So that is enough.
Completed, ma'am.
Okay, great. So, can Vijay tell me what is this process of combustion?
Combustion means burning,
Okay, burning something.
which emits heat.
Okay, great. So it will also, that combustion will take place only in the presence of oxygen. So any organic materials like fossil fuels or wood can be burned. So that is the process of combustion that actually requires our oxygen. So is it clear for everyone how this oxygen cycle is being produced and again consumed? Rahul?
Ma'am,
Rahul, can you tell me what are the processes, okay, by which all process the oxygen is available? How do we get oxygen?
mainly photosynthesis.
Okay, great. And one more. Any other idea you have?
No, ma'am.
Okay, great. No issues on that. Okay.
Oxygen I get from trees and plants.
Yes. Yes, Atulyan, you're right. Good. Can Nandana tell me in which all the ways that oxygen is being consumed?
Ma'am, can you repeat, ma'am?
Yeah. In which all processes oxygen is necessary to happen and how
Ma'am,
it is being taken away?
for all internal processes of human plants and animals.
Okay, good.
Ma'am,
Could you-
like respiration.
Okay, great. So you are saying that humans take up the oxygen. Am I right?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes. So can Atulyan tell me why is oxygen a necessary one for combustion?
Can you
Why
repeat
is
the question?
oxygen necessary for combustion? No issues, Atulyan. If you're not aware about that, no issues. I'll tell you. Can Vijay give me the answer? Vijay, you know why? Vijay? Okay, great. No issues on that. So combustion means whenever we have to fire something, only if there is oxygen, we could fire them. If there is no oxygen, a fire will not catch that because oxygen is a necessary element for the fire to take place. Okay? During combustion, oxygen is also taken. Good. So this point you already know what is meant by that. So that we'll go for the next cycle. So the next is the carbon cycle. So by which all the processes the carbon is available in the earth? The sources of them are the atmospheric is one thing. Second is the fossil fuel combustion. We know while firing, oxygen is taken in and carbon dioxide will be released because of that combustion. That is the thing. And the decay of plants and animals. So whenever an organism dies, it gets buried in the earth. So those buried plants, due to the high pressure and heat in the earth, they get converted into a fossil fuel like peat or a coal. So by that method, the carbon dioxide is available on the earth. So this is our carbon cycle. So here in the picture, in the second side, I've given you the formation of the fossil fuel. So it takes 100 to 400 million years to become a coal. First, the buried organism will turn into a peat, and after that only it gets converted into a coal. So these are the sources is how the carbon is in our earth. And the decomposition, here is the decomposition of the organisms, how they get decayed furthermore, and that is how it is emitted. So now the sources are given. And next, because of that sources, it gets converted for the another way. Because the plants will store their carbon dioxide in the form of carbohydrates and they make their own food. So this is the processes how the plants make utilizing the carbon dioxide. So finally, due to combustion also, the carbon dioxide will get released. And by our respiration, human respiration and animal respiration, the carbon dioxide will be getting emitted into our environment. Okay? Is it clear, Vijay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we'll make a note of this.
What is the peat, ma'am? PEAT.
Yes, Vijay. So it is also a form of a fossil fuel. Before coal, it will be in that process. That is the name of the thing.
Ma'am,
Yes, Atulyan.
like this is if you showed the other diagram, ma'am.
Yeah,
I copied that, ma'am.
this one.
No, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That before when you showed.
The oxygen cycle it is. This is the carbon cycle, Atulyan.
No, ma'am. Carbon itself you told one more diagram, ma'am.
This one.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this is the actual diagram. So we could make a copy of that. I have this differentiated and given them. You could make a diagram of this one as enough. Photosynthesis process is not necessary. The carbon cycle is important. Just make a note of this one. You need not draw this plant in tree cells. Just look at the arrow marks, point it, that's enough. So the red color denotes the sources and the blue color denotes the processes, how it is involved. You just make a differentiation on that.
Completed, ma'am.
Okay, great. Everyone has completed. Can we go for the next one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Rahul. Atulyan, okay. Vijay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. So I'll ask you questions in this. So Rahul, can you tell me by which all the sources we get our carbon dioxide?
Combustion,
Okay.
decaying of plants and animals, respiration,
Okay. So respiration, by human respiration, it gets emitted. Great, good, Rahul.
even plant respiration.
Plant respiration, they take in. So that is the process of involving that, Rahul.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can Nandana tell me what are the processes that will involve the carbon dioxide?
Ma'am, plant respiration,
Okay.
then combustion, ma'am.
Combustion, it will give out the carbon dioxide. It will not take in carbon dioxide.
Okay, ma'am. Then that um, yeast and all for
Okay. Okay,
I
I
don't know
understand it. Okay.
process.
Okay. It is esterification. Okay, great. You are going for aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Okay,
Yes,
good.
ma'am.
Great. Superb. Yes. Okay, great. So your points were right. Superb. So next we'll go for the next topic. And combustion in the sense, it comes from the vehicle's combustion, not from the fossil fuel combustion. And we'll make a note of this diagram too, how a fossil fuel is formed. Just you could make the forest, the buried dead plants after 100 to 400 million years due to heat and pressure, they first convert into peat and then into coal. This point alone we'll make a note. You need not draw the diagram, just make a point on that. Okay, everyone has completed?
Just a second.
Yeah, okay. Vijay has completed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. Rahul? Okay, Nandana?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Superb. We'll go for the next cycle. Okay, here I'm going to give you a small activity. Okay? Sorry. Yeah, so here is your thing. So you have to just write the points alone. How it gets emitted into the environment and how it is going back again. Very easy one. Carbon dioxide in the air will be utilized by what? And emitted again by what? I'll give you 1 minute. Please try filling that and next we'll discuss our answer. Here actually it is a timer for 1 minute and I can only submit because I made that. You couldn't submit that because I'm sharing your screen. So we need not do that. Just try for the answer alone, which will come after next. I'll give you 1 minute. Do this and we'll discuss the answer.
I'm completed.
Okay, Vijay. Let our friends also complete. Okay, we'll wait for 1 moment. If you have completed, you could tell. Atulyan, Nandana, and Rahul.
I'm complete.
Athilan has completed. Great. Athilan, sorry, Nandana, you have completed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Rahul?
1 minute left.
Okay. Yeah, take your time.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. So, each one will share our one point, okay? So what is the process, the first process that is near the sun and the sunflower, in between them? Can Vijay tell me what did you give there?
Photosynthesis.
Okay, I've given photosynthesis. Okay, great. Next would be what? Can Nandana tell me what would be the next one?
Ma'am, near that fire, it is combustion, ma'am.
Okay, it is enough, Nandana. Good. Can
Okay.
Atulyan tell me what is near the rabbit?
Respiration by plants, ma'am.
Near the rabbit, does it come respiration by plants? Atulyan?
Respiration by animals.
Okay, very good. Good. Can Rahul tell me the next one?
Ma'am, I said it wrongly, ma'am. First one is respiration by
Respiration by?
plants.
Okay, very good. You
There's
found your
aromas.
mistake. Yes, Vijay, very good. Superb. So Rahul, what would be the last one, Rahul?
I thought that is respiration with plants.
Okay, respiration by plants, yeah. Telling me. Is it true?
Ma'am, it is photosynthesis.
Yes, Vijay, it is photosynthesis. In the small, that is in the center, we'll give photosynthesis. Okay, great. Good. So very good,
Does
everyone.
the arrow point to the rabbit or the grass?
Near the grass, I asked you, Rahul. Don't worry. So, however, all those processes are involved. Very good. Superb. I'm not able to give you claps. I'll give you later, okay? Your answers were very good. Superb. You have understood the concept very easily. This was a small activity and that model. Can we make a note of this also? How the carbon cycle really works?
Yes, ma'am.
Just, you need not draw the diagram. Just you could put the arrow mark and write it. More than enough.
Completed, ma'am.
Okay, great. Okay, good. Everyone has completed? Rahul, Vijay, Nandana?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. So next, this is the interaction. How the carbon dioxide and the nitrogen interact with each other. So in the atmosphere, we have the oxygen. So by the respiration process, we take that. Animal and plants breathe in oxygen at some times. So that again the carbon dioxide will be released out. But the plants will again make the photosynthesis process and giving out the oxygen. So this is a very small interrelationship with it. You need not draw this because you guys already know how they interact with each other. Am I right, Atulyan?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, super. So next we'll see about nitrogen. So why is nitrogen an important material for life? Why nitrogen is important is that we know the air composition. How much percent of nitrogen we have is 78%. And even oxygen is 21% only. So this nitrogen makes the proteins and the genetic material for all living organisms. So that only nitrogen is an essential compound. So you could make a note of that. So nitrogen is an essential component of protein and genetic material. That is the importance of nitrogen. Please make a note of this
The
point.
composition given is wrong.
Is it wrong, Vijay?
78-21, okay, ma'am. But it
Okay.
is given water vapor 1%, ma'am. Argon 97, 0.9.
Yeah, I think it is 0.1% water vapor. Am I right? 0.001%.
Ma'am, it's come 0.97 or 96, I don't know.
Okay. It is water vapor is sure. It is wrong only. So don't consider that, okay? I think while typing I gave, by mistake I gave that. That I think we have discussed in the previous class itself, so we need not write that. We can write that why nitrogen is an essential component alone. That is enough. You have done? Everyone has done?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, great. So next we are going for the very important topic, that is the nitrogen cycle. When you see, it seems a little tougher for you now, but don't worry, this is now, it is not in your chapters. You just know a limited amount of things alone in this, okay? Because it is a little complicated one. You'll be not aware about that. I know that already. So just we'll make a note of that alone, okay? This is not very important as of now. So first thing, I'll explain the things wholly, then we'll make a note of that in the last. So the first thing is the nitrogen, atmospheric nitrogen we have in our environment. So this nitrogen is going to be used by plants and animals in different forms, and again it is going to come to our environment.
Forms are nitrites or nitrates only, ma'am.
What, Vijay, can you please repeat?
No, the usable forms of nitrogen is nitrites and nitrates only.
Yes, Vijay, the same thing. We'll discuss that. The next thing, how we'll see how it is being converted. We'll study that in detail. So first is the atmospheric nitrogen that is available in our environment. So they'll be utilized by different plants and animals, in which way we are going to see in detail now. First, the nitrogen fixation. That is, the nitrogen is getting fixed with the soil. When it, for example, when we see the lightning or when it is raining all, the nitrogen goes and gets deposited in our soil. So inside that soil, we have some bacteria, which are the nitrogen fixing bacteria. So we know water, it is H2. Well, sorry, H2O. So in the soil, we'll have this hydrogen and this nitrogen. Because of the nitrogen fixing bacteria, this nitrogen gets converted into NH3. We'll see after this what is happening. So after this, there is a process called nitrification. So in that nitrification process, the NH3 will be converted into NO3. With the help of oxygen, it will be converted again. So this NO3 will be taken by the plants as nitrate ions, which is absorbed by their roots and help for their growth. And after this, that NH3 particles are there, right? They go a process called ammonification. So in that, they'll be converted into NO2 again, nitrogen oxide. So this is also a process involved in that. And when the plants are eating, the animals are eating the plants, we know the already the nitrate NO3 is absorbed by the plants. So that plants will be consumed by the animals, so that the animals also get that nitrogen into them. After that process, again this NO3, there is another kind of bacteria that live in the soil called as denitrification bacteria that will again convert this NO3 to the N2, nitrogen itself, and again they'll emit into our environment. So this is the whole process of the nitrogen cycle. I know this will be little confusing, so that is what I'm telling you. You need not highly focus on that. You could just make a note of this.
Ma'am.
Yes, Atulyan.
And nitrogen fixing bacteria is also known as rhizobium, no, ma'am?
Yes, 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 Atulyan. Very good. That's an example for the nitrogen fixing bacteria. So those are all those bacteria that play a role here. Once you complete this diagram, tell me, I'll give you a clear notes on this, okay? So you could understand the processes.
Completed, ma'am.
Okay, everyone has completed?
Just
Yeah. No issues. Take your
Completed,
time.
ma'am.
Yes, Nandana. Okay. Let Atulyan also complete. Okay, we'll go for the next thing. That's it. I'll give you a clear notes on this and then we'll. Is it a bit confusing for you, Vijay?
No, ma'am.
Is it
No, ma'am.
clear?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. I already read this topic.
Okay, when you read?
Ma'am, for school exam.
Okay, great.
finish.
Okay, good. Rahul?
Completed.
Okay, great. So first, we'll make a note of this, okay? There are 5 processes in nitrogen cycle. Okay, the first one is nitrogen fixation. The second one is ammonification. Third one is nitrification. Fifth one will be assimilation. Sorry, fourth one will be assimilation. And fifth one will be denitrification. You could make a number 1, 2, 3, 4. You could make a note on that.
And can I repeat the process?
Yeah, sure. So first one you could make in the diagram itself. You could put 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 again. Okay. The
Yes, ma'am.
first one is nitrogen fixation. Number 1. Second is ammonification. Third is nitrification. Fourth is assimilation.
What is third one, ma'am?
Nitrification.
Ma'am, fourth one.
Okay, fourth one is assimilation. Fifth one is denitrification.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so can we write the points now? Okay, the first point is the nitrogen cycle involves the nitrogen cycle involves 5 steps. 5 steps in which nitrogen is converted into many forms. The nitrogen cycle involves 5 steps in which nitrogen is converted into many forms. This will be your first point. Is it okay? First point, is it okay? Nandana?
Ma'am, just one time you can repeat.
Yeah,
ma'am.
yeah, sure. The nitrogen cycle involves 5 steps in which nitrogen is converted into many forms.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The next point is it passes from the atmosphere. It passes from the atmosphere it passes from the atmosphere to the soil and back to the atmosphere again. I'll repeat it again. It passes from the atmosphere to the soil and back to the atmosphere again.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Atulyan, is it okay for you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. So, in that, the very first step of the cycle is
Nitrogen fixation.
yes, Vijay, very good. It is nitrogen fixation. Nitrogen fixation. That is converting atmospheric nitrogen into usable forms for plant and animals.
Complete.
Okay. This can be done by
Can you repeat, ma'am?
Yes, Atulyan. The very first step of the cycle is nitrogen fixation. Meaning converting atmospheric nitrogen
Yes, ma'am.
okay. Atmospheric nitrogen into forms usable for plants and animals.
Can you repeat, ma'am?
Okay. Just give me 1 second. I'm typing it for you. I'll give it. So the very first step of the cycle is nitrogen fixation. That is converting atmospheric nitrogen into usable forms for plants and animals. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So this can be done by,
Ma'am, next point, ma'am, or continue?
yes, the next point. Yeah, the next point. This can be done by two ways. One is through lightning. Can you see the screen I have shared?
No,
No,
ma'am.
you did not share.
1 second. It is not getting shared. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'll share it. Here I have given you the points. Okay, these are those points. Okay, by lightning and the nitrogen atom combining with oxygen to form nitrous oxides and nitric oxide. So I've given you here.
And this is for nitrogen fixation.
Yes, Vijay, the same nitrogen fixation. This is one process. You have completed?
Just a minute.
Okay.
Completed, ma'am.
Okay, great. Nandana and Vijay has completed?
Just a second, ma'am.
Okay, sure.
Completed.
Yes. Okay, we'll stop with this, okay? Again, the next points all I'll give you in the next class, okay? This is the whole actual process. We have seen the nitrogen fixation alone. We'll see in detail about the de-denitrification and other processes in the next class, okay? Because it is a little long to write. I know it is already time and you'll be tired. I am not even giving you breaks all now. So that I'll stop with this here, okay? Tell me once you have completed, okay?
I'm completed.
Okay, Vijay. Great. Atulyan is also completed. Yes. Very good. Very good, Vijay. Very good, Atulyan. Great. Okay, still this Vijay and Atulyan, do you have any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Okay, are you clear with the subject?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. So can we meet in the next class then?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So you please leave. Okay, bye. Take care and I'll meet you the next class.
Thank you,
So
ma'am.
I'll give you one homework, okay? Just a minute. What we'll give, any homework we'll give. What shall I give you? Okay, the carbon cycle and the oxygen cycle. Okay? This next time, the homework is like when we come for the class, you are going to explain me how you have understood. Okay? It could be of any type. You could make a presentation or you could draw in a chart or whatever you might wish. Okay? Just for 2 minutes, we'll present that. Okay? The next class, we'll do that. If this, yes, Atulyan. Anyone. Either carbon
You can repeat your homework. What? No, ma'am.
Yeah, sure, I'll repeat. So we have learned about carbon and carbon cycle and oxygen cycle today, right? Did we learn that? Yes. So this cycle, you're going to tell me, or you become the teacher and you're going to tell us what did we learn. Like what you have understood. You could make in a chart, like this is what I have understood. Or you could just explain in a way, or you could make a PPT. Whatever you want, you could do. Okay, just for 2 minutes, we'll do that. Okay. Why we are doing this is to get relieved from the stage fear. Whenever you get a chance, you could prove your own way. So that we'll do this. Okay, easy one. So we are here to encourage only, not discourage anyone. Okay, we'll do that. Just for 2 minutes. We can do. We all can do that, right? So we'll do that. Okay, Dandana?
Okay, ma'am.
Atulyan?
Yes, ma'am.
Vijay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. So that's the spirit and all the best. Okay, I'll meet you in the next class.
Thank you.
So bye, take care and have a great weekend. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.